A behind the ship episode. I will mute this real quick.
RSI Perseus is a big ship for big fights, but you're not quite ready for capitals yet.
It's a heavy gunship that focuses on heavy turret firepower.
Okay, this is supposed to be the Percy eye.
That's capable of engaging and targeting other ships at the same time, which provides a way for players to take control of an area and engage multiple threats simultaneously rather than having to dogfight and focus on one at a time.
So a heavy gunship is when the ship gets a little bit more bulky, gets a little more defensive, and is designed to tackle a bit bigger force.
I feel like it's like a gun carrick. Like the same size as a carrick, like in theory, but like the capabilities of like a small Polaris. That's pretty cool. Like a gunship.
It's a really large, long, very menacing looking ship. We've got this pointy nose. You've got the bridge just behind the center.
Very Star Wars-esque though. I love it.
Aesthetic.
Entirely, it really feels like a solid ship, able to go into battle and it's well protected. It's heavy duty. And it looks badass.
Mm-hmm.
The thrusters on the rear, again, we've built on what RSI is known for with these kind of large thrusters that are out on the cells at either side.
Back when we introduced the Perseus as a concept, its role in the game was to be a sort of mirror of the Aegis Hammerhead, where the Hammerhead was designed as a ship for screening smaller fighter craft, whereas the Perseus was for engaging larger threats.
So when the Perseus,
so like the yin to the yang to the Hammerhead. So if you got a Hammerhead and a Perseus, you're fucking shit up.
We felt it didn't fit the role well enough anymore to be size 7s. That's why it's been upgraded to size 8 weapons.
Size 8, god damn.
Capable of full 360 traversal. And then there's a slew of point defense turrets throughout the ship as well to provide protection against incoming missiles and torpedoes.
And then
PDCs.
Like all the other PDTs in game, such as the missile one that came out with the Idris K, along with the ballistic Gatling variant that's coming with the MDC in a few days.
Okay.
There are also smaller size 3 remote turrets that can be controlled from the bridge.
That was a juggling act because that was not in the concept, so we had to incorporate all of those weapons together but not break the silhouette of the concept in a destructive way. So I think we maintained the silhouette generally, but also added the necessary functionality to match the expected turret experience that came from Squadron.
Okay. So this is a ship that we're probably going to be on a lot in Squadron 42, maybe.
Moving parts, pun intended, with that, where the whole turret had to literally extend when you sit in it, for the fact that the seat and the turret pivots needed to be lined up,
or at least be backing one up or two.
So that's why they transform once you sit in them. The player won't notice, but that was to actually make it so the pivots line up. So when you tilt your seat is tilting at the same angle as the turret that's next to you.
I like that a lot. So no more of that camera buff.
Against the Polaris, that they did extremely well, because the Polaris's major punch is the
damn, this guy got low latency on his camera.
The major punch are the guns. And the guns have no range limit, so you just go right down the throat of the Polaris, and
oh, this thing's sick.
And we destroyed it quite quickly.
That thing's sick. You see how much firepower is coming off of it?
But the Perseus does have.
Don't say you can't really be stopped, because you say that, and then they're gonna nerf it 5 days later.
Okay, you can be stopped by good tactics, and
at least they called him out.
This is what I have to work with, people.
So there are multiple different ways to enter the Perseus. All of them will connect you into the cargo hold, but all come with different pros and cons. So you have the docking.
Ooh, I like the way that docks.
Stations. You have the personnel lift, which allows you to.
Okay, that's normal, but it's a little big enough to where you could put like maybe a Origin X1 on it.
You can put people or vehicles on the actual ship.
Okay, so it has like a Connie. That's nice.
Navigate to the other parts of the ship.
It loads like a Connie.
We've made some minor interior changes just to improve the flow throughout the ship.
Sometimes what we find is when we're tackling the ships with a large interior space, we want to make sure that the interior has all the functionality that we want, and sometimes that does have some layout.
It's like a Connie and a Zeus mixed together.
Cargo bay, since the concept has been increased to 96 SCU, and the layout is pretty favourable in terms of putting vehicles in. You can put things up to, say, rover-sized vehicles in there, and this does allow you to run cargo missions, although that is not the ideal role of this ship.
In this space, we really tried to convey the strength of the ship. So one of the things that we evolved slightly from the original concept was these large structural beams. They tie the walls, the floors, the ceilings all together, and they give a little bit of a skeleton to the ship.
The only reason I don't like that design, okay, hear me out. The only thing that I have a problem with that design, as far as flow goes, alright, imagine you're in a combat situation and the game fully works now, and somebody manages to put enough damage on your center mass to where your doors open up on the bottom. Now that is the connecting parts of all the pieces of the ship, at least on that floor, which looks like the main floor. So if you got to get to another part of the ship, you're gonna have to EVA or put some helmet. I mean, it's gonna be pretty fucking cool, don't get me wrong, but that is gonna be a weak point for it, because then it's gonna separate your crew and it's gonna make it difficult to get to different places, especially when you have to start ventilating and closing off different exits and stuff like that. But look, let's go ahead and proceed until we can get into the game.
I love the nautical theme to it, and
I
we
do
tried
too.
to create that aesthetic inside the ship, where we labeled everything similar to an actual military ship. When I toured the Midway down in San Diego, and when I was visiting the Bar Citizen, I met a lot of former Navy guys, and they said, yeah, we have, you know, labels and arrows pointing every which way, so when you're in a big ship, you never get lost.
Oh, that's pretty cool. It makes a little key and everything.
Yeah, because the concept artist had this, you know, this harebrained scheme, and hopefully the fans will make use of it. I mean, I was able to shoot hoops successfully in there.
Where's the ball?
Turn left in the cargo area. Right in front of you, you've got the torpedo loading areas. So on the lower deck, that is where you access actually loading the torpedoes in.
Okay.
We changed the concept entirely.
I see you could get on the top upper deck as part of the catwalk, but even that is all going to be decompressed or decompressed. Depressurized. There we go. That sounds better.
That system, you sort of load the torpedoes, but then it tucks under, and then you can't see them anymore. That interfered with the ability to unload and reload them. So that was the critical change versus the Polaris.
And then on the upper deck, that's where you have the fire control. That full section there really kind of dedicated to just blowing things up.
Ooh, that's nice.
I think it's very atmospheric in there. It feels like you're really in the heart of this big machine.
That's fucking nice.
You've then got the turret access.
I like the way that it loads in. It was smooth.
The man turrets. If you're in the cargo area, you turn towards the rear of the ship. On the lower deck, we've got the engineering area. That's where you've got all your core important ship items that allow the ship to function. On the middle floor of the rear of the ship is where our habitation area is. It's got a shared bunk area, typical of what you would expect on a military ship. And then off of this area, we've got a small bathroom, and then we've also got storage for your weapons and also your armors.
Like it. Ah, you see the little penguin.
At the top of the ship, we've got the captain's quarters.
Oh shit, you guys are Van Duel head.
Operations, so they can go straight out the captain's quarters and straight.
How do I get a worm plushie? I participated in Lazarus.
Entrance exit airlock behind the bridge, protected by 3 doors for security for quicker EVA access.
Ooh, that's so nice.
What do you expect to happen on this thing?
What do I expect to happen on this thing?
That you have increased security on the bridge.
They added a door behind the bridge because they got bored of getting out of the ship and taking forever. But then I pointed out you just put a weak spot right behind the bridge. So they put 3 doors. So you have to breach 3 doors to get through. So it's not easy to get in, but easy to get out.
And then at the front, obviously, we've got the main flight deck.
The bridge has 3 seats, 1 gunner, 1 co-pilot, and the pilot one.
Just like a fucking... I like how it's on platforms. So you got your co-pilot and your gunner on platforms, and then you raise up. I like that.
It's very reminiscent to old battleships. You've got views all around the front half of the ship, so it's a really nice place to be. I think the ship's great. I think the North American team did a fantastic job of looking at what we delivered with the Polaris and taking on board some of the feedback. I know there was a lot of feedback around navigation and signage.
They made it look like an American battleship.
Standard of we've listened, and this is kind of the new and improved.
I think it's going
That shit straight out of Star Wars. I love it.
combat defining ship. We're going to see a big change in the way that people fight each other. It's a ship designed to actually put pressure on some of the larger ships if you crew them. I'm super excited to see how the Perseus and Hammerhead work together next year in the upcoming tactical strike groups. The ship's almost designed to work in tandem with each other.
I like
Across the
that.
board, very happy with it.
Now that's an OP force right there. 2 Hammerheads, 3 Perseus. Oh man, dude, you're not fucking getting through that.
Just the styling of it is just cool.
Redefine combat 4.4. All right, guys. Let's check. I'm still 52 minutes.
Look, mama out you tripping, gotta make it out the bullshit. Dope all in my sock, I'm trying to make it double too quick. If you trying to talk, it should be money, no excuses. True Illuminati, I'm the lumens. Riding on the wide